The story of the two frogs. Once upon a time, a group of frogs was traveling through the woods. Suddenly, two of them fell into a deep pit. The other frogs gathered around the edge and looked to them. When the other frogs saw how deep the pit was and were very worried for their friends, they thought there was no way the two frogs could escape. So, they started telling the two frogs that it was useless to try and get out.
It's no use. You're not going to make it. The pit is too deep, and you'll never be able to jump out. It's better to give up now because you are as good as dead.
Of course, you might as well give up now.
Yes, give up! Don't hurt yourselves anymore!
The two frogs heard what the other frogs were saying, but they decided not to pay attention to the negative remarks. They were determined to escape the pit, no matter how deep it was. They gathered all their strength and started jumping as high as they could, trying their best to reach the top. Despite the discouraging words from the other frogs, they focused on their goal. They kept jumping with all their might, not giving up hope, and using every bit of energy they had to get out of the pit. They believed that if they tried hard enough, they could make it out and prove everyone wrong. Their determination was strong, and they were willing to give it their all to escape. The other frogs, gathered around the edge of the pit, continuously shouted down to their friends below. They were adamant that the situation was hopeless.
Stop trying! It is no use!
You're never going to make it out of there! It's too deep, and you're wasting your energy!
Finally, one of the two frogs listened to what the others were saying and gave up. He then fell down and died. The other frog, who was still stuck in the pit, did not give up. He kept jumping with all his strength, trying his hardest to escape. Even though he was getting tired, he didn't stop. Meanwhile, the group of frogs gathered around the top of the pit continued to shout at him.
Stop trying! You're only hurting yourself! Just give up and accept your fate!
Despite their discouraging words, the frog in the pit kept trying even harder. He jumped with all the energy he had left, not listening to the other frogs. He believed he could make it out if he just kept trying, so he ignored their negative comments and focused on escaping. Every time they told him to stop, he jumped higher and with more determination, pushing himself to his limits. The frog makes one last big jump and manages to get out of the pit. He stands on top, feeling proud and happy. When he got out, the other frogs asked him why he didn't listen to them.
Did you not hear us telling you?
The frog explained that he was deaf. He thought they were encouraging him the entire time.
I didn't hear what you were saying. I thought you were encouraging me the whole time.
The moral of the story, Two Frogs, is about the power of perseverance and the impact of positive or negative encouragement. It teaches us several important lessons. Perseverance and determination. The frog that kept trying despite the discouragement shows the importance of not giving up, even when others tell you it's hopeless. Determination can help you overcome seemingly insurmountable obstacles. The power of words. The story illustrates how words can influence others. Negative comments can lead to giving up, as seen with the first frog, while perceived positive encouragement can boost determination, as with the second frog. Perspective. The deaf frog's misunderstanding of the crowd's words as encouragement highlights how perspective can change the outcome of a situation. Sometimes, believing that others support us can give us the strength to succeed.